MEG 2 hits theaters on this date. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is August 4th, 2023. It is the 216th day of the year. There are 149 days left. It is the 31st Friday in the 31st week and the 45th day of summer. Today is National Water Balloon Day. National Water Balloon Day is held on the first Friday every August. It is dedicated to celebrating the wiggly water-filled balloons that can make a dull, hot summer day memorable and enjoyable. All right. Let's see what else happened on August 4th. 1790, a newly passed Tariff Act creates the Revenue Cutter Service, the forerunner to the United States Coast Guard. 1821, the Saturday Evening Post is published for the first time as a weekly newspaper. 1873, the American Indian Wars. While protecting a railroad survey party in Montana, the United States 7th Cavalry under Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer clashes for the first time with the Cheyenne and Lakota people near the Tongue River. Only one man on each side is killed. It doesn't stay that way for long. 1889, the Great Fire of Spokane, Washington destroys 32 blocks of the city, prompting a mass rebuilding project. 1944, the Holocaust. A tip from a Dutch informer leads the Gestapo to a sealed-off area in an Amsterdam warehouse where they find and arrest a group of Jewish people, including Anne Frank. 1977, U.S. President Jimmy Carter signs legislation creating the United States Department of Energy. Happening this week, former President Donald Trump is arraigned on Thursday on charges related to his attempts to overturn the 2020 election and his involvement in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Now, this situation is bad for the entire country. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, this just looks bad for the entire country. And honestly, it's a no-win situation for the country. If he is found guilty and ends up going to jail, people on the Trump side of things will think that the government was weaponized and it's just political corruption. If he is found not guilty and walks free, people are going to say it's corruption going another direction. Now, if you take the last big to-do this country had in a situation not similar to this, but on the same level, Watergate. When Watergate happened, it was obvious that Nixon had done some shady stuff and he was involved in some really bad things that went against the core values of the United States. That time, everyone was pretty much on board. He needed to go on both sides of the aisle. It was obvious what he had done. This time around, about 25% of the nation thinks it's obvious what he had did and he needs to go to jail, while another 25% of the nation sees that he didn't do anything. That other 50% is just the people in the middle. Either they don't care about politics, they're not following it, know nothing about it, and also in that 50% are people like me that think you have to trust the legal system. That's the basis of the country, the legal system. There's gonna be shenanigans in whatever you do, no matter what, but you still have to have faith in something like our legal system. Now, some of you may be irritated that I brought up politics. This isn't really about politics. This is something happening in the United States. I'm not inserting my opinion on any of this. It's just something that's going on. Movies released on August 4th today, MEG 2. I saw the first one and I really enjoyed it. I don't know why, I love any movie with sharks in it. Maybe not Sharknado. But MEG 2 is a science fiction action movie that serves as a sequel to The Meg, which was the first one. The movie follows a research team that sets out to explore the deepest depths of the ocean. They find much more than they bargained for. The film was directed by Ben Wheatley. What they found is a prehistoric megalodon. Megalodons are like giant white sharks that cruised around in the ocean between 23 and 3.6 million years ago. They estimate they were somewhere around 60 feet long and could weigh somewhere around 53 tons. Give you an idea how big this is, a huge white shark is around 20 to 25 feet long. Jaws was supposed to be a 25-foot shark. I watched the first one of these movies. It was pretty good. Not my type of movie, but I like sharks and I thought it was interesting. It was really good. A lot of action and entertaining. I hope this one is just as good. Born on August 4th, 1961, Barack Obama. A lot of president stuff today. He was the 44th president of the United States who became the first African American to hold the office. He became known for his economic stimulus legislation and his healthcare reform. His mother, Ann Durham, was born in Kansas, and his father, Barack Obama Sr., was born in Kenya. They married in Hawaii in 1961 and separated later that year. He married Michelle Obama in October of 1992, and they have 2 daughters, Malia and Sasha. Died on August 4th, 1962, Marilyn Monroe. Iconic American sex symbol, who was in movies like Some Like It Hot, The 7-Year Itch, and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. She died of an overdose at 36 years old. We all know all this. I do love all the conspiracies about her, though. She was messing around with the Kennedys, and they killed her. There's always some interesting stuff around Marilyn Monroe. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong. Her acting was about average. Her looks and who she was married to got her on the screen. I don't know. I've always found the conspiracies more interesting than Marilyn Monroe. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, and be nice to each other.